history has witnessed some truly monumental armies. From ancient empires to modern states, leaders have gathered millions of soldiers to fight for land, glory, and survival. Today on Epoch Explorer, we'll take you through 5 of the largest armies ever assembled and the battles that define them. Sit back as we unravel their stories, their scale, and their ultimate fate. The Achaemenid Empire's army at Gaugamela, 331 BCE. Our first stop is in 331 BCE, where the Achaemenid Persian Empire assembled one of the largest armies of the ancient world. The Battle of Gaugamela was the showdown between Darius III and Alexander the Great. The Persian force is estimated to have ranged from 100,000 to 250,000 soldiers, drawn from across their vast empire. This army included infantry, cavalry, chariots, and war elephants, showcasing the diversity and power of Persia. But size was not enough. Alexander's innovative tactics, like his use of the phalanx and a hammer and anvil strategy with cavalry, overwhelmed the Persians. Despite their numbers, Darius' army was defeated, leading to the collapse of the Achaemenid Empire and marking the rise of Hellenistic rule under. Imagine the logistical challenge: feeding, coordinating, and commanding such a vast and multi-ethnic force in the heat of battle. Gaugamela proves that in war, sheer numbers aren't always the key to victory. The Qin army in the Battle of Changping, 260 BCE. The Warring States period in China was a time of immense armies and brutal conflicts. In 260 BCE, the state of Qin fielded approximately 600,000 soldiers at the Battle of Changping. The Qin army was an unstoppable force, using advanced tactics and iron weaponry to crush the Zhao forces. The battle resulted in one of the most harrowing outcomes in military history. After their victory, the Qin reportedly executed over 400,000 Zhao prisoners to prevent any further resistance. This ruthless efficiency paved the way for the Qin's eventual unification of China, setting the stage for the First Chinese Empire. Such a massive mobilization of manpower would have required years of preparation. But it also came at a cost. Entire regions were depopulated, and the scars of war lingered for generations. The Mongol Horde at its peak, 13th century. When it comes to dominance through mobility, no army compares to the Mongols under Genghis Khan. By the mid-13th century, the Mongols had an estimated 200,000 warriors at their disposal, a staggering number for a primarily cavalry force. These horsemen could cover vast distances quickly, adapting to any terrain. Their invasion of Europe in 1241 showcased their military brilliance. Despite facing larger European armies, the Mongols used psychological warfare, feigned retreats, and superior communication to dismantle their enemies. Their campaigns were not just battles, they were cultural and demographic turning points for much of Eurasia. What makes the Mongol Horde unique is their adaptability. While other massive armies relied on local supplies, the Mongols carried everything they needed with them, making them virtually unstoppable. Napoleon's Grande Armée, 1812. In the early 19th century, Napoleon Bonaparte assembled what was, at the time, the largest European army ever seen. The Grand Army, composed of 685,000 soldiers, represented the full might of Napoleonic France and its allies. This immense force was intended to conquer Russia, but the campaign turned into a logistical nightmare. Harsh winters, scorched earth tactics by the Russians, and constant skirmishes decimated the army. By the time Napoleon retreated, only a fraction of his soldiers remained. The failure marked a turning point in his ambitions for European domination. Napoleon's campaign is a cautionary tale about the limits of human endurance and the consequences of overextension in war. It wasn't just the Russians who defeated Napoleon, it was nature itself. The Eastern Front in World War II, 1941 to 1945. The largest and deadliest military confrontation in human history occurred on the Eastern Front of World War II. Between 1941 and 1945, the Soviet Union fielded over 10 million soldiers in its fight against Nazi Germany. Battles like Stalingrad, where over 1 million soldiers and civilians perished, and Kursk, the largest tank battle in history, were fought on a scale never before seen. The Red Army's resilience and numbers eventually turned the tide of the war, leading to the downfall of Hitler's Third Reich. The Eastern Front demonstrated the industrial and human capacity required for modern warfare. It also highlighted the devastating human cost, millions of lives lost on both sides. From ancient empires to modern superpowers, these colossal armies were more than just numbers. They were symbols of ambition, resilience, and sacrifice. Their stories remind us of the high stakes of war and the enduring impact of history. Which of these massive armies do you think changed history the most? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Epoch Explorer for more captivating journeys through the past.